everyone. It is Monday. Let's start this week off. Woo! Let's give it a shout out, Monday. You got nothing on us. Nothing. Let's make it real, people. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Monday night? It is Monday night at more-ish than 8. What are you grateful for? Tell me about it. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about you and your day and what you are feeling grateful for today on this rainy New England day. Cloudy, rainy, heavy rain, thunder. But how was your Monday? That's what I want to know. Tell me about your day. It's a good day to have a good day. You know, it all starts up here, people. It all starts up here and how your day is. That is where the beginning begins. The beginning begins. That is where the positive mental attitude starts, because you control the path of your day. Don't let your day control you. That is what I am talking about tonight. But tell me about what's happening in your world and what you are grateful for this Monday. That's what I want to know, is what you are feeling grateful for on this Monday, Flag Day. Flag Day, people. Flag Day is a very important day. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Great to hear from you today. Great to have you here tonight. Hope all is well in Florida on this Flag Day. We're going to cover Flag Day here because it's part of Everybody is Awesome Month. And I've told the story, my Flag Day story before. June is off to a great start in Florida. That is what the peanut gallery likes to hear. That means your peanut gallery pad is going to be eating good this month. That means Dick is sitting pretty this month, eating good in the neighborhood. He might just get a little takeout this month. We're broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you have any problems on the Facebook, Cassandra's got the link for the YouTube right there in the show notes. So I'm going to get going tonight because I got a lot to talk about this week. I got a lot. Tonight, we're going to start with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, we're on page 188 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Repeat. Well, we do that well in this group. We take care of each other. We take care of ourselves. We have Self-Care Sunday, and then we repeat. That is what we do here. Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? Great to have you here. Yes, Catherine, it is great to have you here live tonight. I am glad to hear that people are dressing up. That's part of this month's topic, and this week especially, we are talking about inventory this week. So, buckle up for some inventory discussion this week. First and foremost, hey, Carrie is here live. Great to have you here live, Carrie. Good to have you here. First, it is Flag Day, people. Flag Day is the day we celebrate the United States flag. And towns and cities and states across this country, we celebrate the flag, okay, which has 13 stripes to represent the 13 original colonies, okay, and 1 star for every state, okay, which is exciting. It's also pretty exciting. Flag Day is special to me, okay, and my family, and I've talked this. I think I've talked to several members of my family. At least I talked to several today, and or my extended family, and yesterday. I got several calls because today is would be my grandmother's birthday. Okay, and I can't tell you how old Grandma A would be. I can't tell you how old she would be because they lied about her age to get her on the boat at Kids Price. Okay, when she came over from the old country. Okay, and I know you've heard stories about the old country and everything else. But so when Grandma got to Ellis Island, okay, they said, you don't have a birth certificate, you don't know when your birthday is. Your birthday is Flag Day, okay? And so every year, okay, Grandma's passed away, well, before Rebecca. So Rebecca's 23, so probably close to 25 years ago now, right around there. Grandma passed away, and but we still celebrate Grandma on this day and all that she means. And it's we're one of the ones I love. Cassandra digitized our wedding video, and Grandma was at our wedding, and was the last one she was at, and it was videoed. And so we're blessed to have that and hear her talking on that video and have her actual voice. But, you know, like a good Jewish mother, she minded her own business, you know, she did her own thing, but she knew everything that was going on. And so we celebrate Grandma A on Flag Day. And, you know, here, eat a little more, you know, like every good Jewish grandmother. I mean, you know, I love not only the story of how she came, how her birth date was assigned at Ellis Island, okay, but the immigrant neighborhood that my father then grew up in. I think it's you. Nobody else is complaining, Lindsay. Unless anybody else starts complaining, I think it's you. Restart your Facebook, or turn up your volume. Is usually the thing, Lindsay, is usually the volume on your phone or whatever you're listening to me on is down a little bit. You know, one of my favorite things is, you know, well, I have so many, but, you know, my father grew up on Broadway in Schenectady, New York, the home of General Electric. For useless, in case you need useless guy info, okay, useless info, the zip code 12345, the zip code 12345, and I didn't even promise you any trivia tonight. The zip code 12345 is the General Electric plant in Schenectady, New York. But the neighborhood that my grandmother and grandfather settled on Broadway in Schenectady, New York, was a complete immigrant neighborhood. Half the neighborhood, half the street was Jews, and the other half was Italians. And all the kids met in the middle to swap dinner. You know, I mean, they swapped food. Jewish kids wanted the Italian food. The Italian kids wanted the Jewish food. Everybody ate good. That's the real thing. Everyone was awesome. Okay. Flag Day is about the immigrants, okay? A lot of people were assigned the birthday to Flag Day. And it's about the immigrants and everyone being awesome. No matter what your color, shape, size, orientation, anything, Flag Day brings everybody together. So everyone is awesome. And that is your lesson with that. And that is also probably way more than you wanted to know. Way more than you wanted to know. A second. I didn't see. I just want to see if I had a quote here for you tonight before I got into talking about inventory. Let's see if I got a quote over. I guess I don't have a saved quote, but you never know. I'll come up with something. Talking about Flag Day was pretty good, though. I hope you all enjoyed that. True stories from growing up, and remembering what's important. Remembering your family history and passing that on. So I mean, these are all true stories. So that is part of the game here. So I promised you this week. I got my list over here. Let me get my list so that I'm gonna get a piece of cake for my list. Okay, so this week I promised we were going to talk about inventory. Okay, it was our 2 topics for June that I wanted to make sure we covered in June because it is so incredibly important. Okay, and it is especially incredibly important for clothing stores. Okay, it is the future is very bright for clothing stores. Okay, hey Kelly, how are you tonight? Great to have you here live. It is especially bright for clothing stores. You got to hear my talk on Flag Day, Kelly. You'll have to rewind later. But it is especially bright for clothing stores. And so my topic for pricing, while it applies to any type genre of store, it is especially keyed in on clothing stores. My topic of inventory this week, because you guys are about to hit the boom here. Okay, you are going to head into this time, and if your inventory is right, we're going to make it awesome. I'm glad you have lots of inventory coming in, and we're going to talk about that. So some of the things we're going to talk about today, this week, okay, just to lay it out there, because I've sort of have, and you guys can message me if you think I'm missing something that I need to talk about, because I'm happy to talk. I mean, I was the oops baby. Nobody listened to me. So you guys listening to me now is like a great joy. But we're going to talk about pricing, okay, and pricing in the abstract, okay? That's the first thing we're going to dip into, and the overall concept of pricing. Then we're going to talk on another night this week, talk about inflation and how that affects clothing and your customers willing to pay, okay? Then we're going to talk about the customer experience, okay? And that affects inventory. All of this has to do with inventory, the customer experience. And then we're going to deal with the big nut, okay, which is inventory in and of itself. So that's sort of the way that I've broken this out. I may change that a little bit. I may adjust. I may zig or zag. But that's sort of how I wanted to play this out, as I've been doing this discussion in my head this week. And some of the stuff that we're going to talk about here, some of you have heard me talk about before, and that's great because it reinforces great points. Some of you, this will be completely new, and that's also great. And I'm glad to have you here to cover the new stuff and what is new to you. So let's get started. And don't worry about, there is some general business news and stuff that we'll have to cover somewhere in all of that. More than anything, I'll keep you updated on government stuff, and there's some big government stuff tonight that we got to talk about. But I want to get into inventory. And to get into inventory, I got myself a purse. Okay, this lovely purse, okay, which has a wallet, okay. Is there any money in it? Hang on. No money in it. There's lots of papers in it, but no money in it. Okay, so I got myself this purse. I would call this a Coach something or other. How much is this Coach purse worth? How much would you sell this for in your store? Coach purse and wallet. Now, my guess is some of you would sell the wallet separately, or yeah. I mean, I'm calling it a wallet. I could be calling all these things the wrong thing because the actual item is not my thing. But here is a purse. You know, it's got a nice clip clasp there. It's got nice pockets. Nice in there. You got the wallet with lots of storage in the wallet. How much would you sell this purse for? I mean, it's got a short strap, so it's only over the shoulder. It will go over my shoulder. How much would you price this Coach purse for in your store? Give me a price, people. Give me a price on this Coach purse. Oh, hang on. It's got an extra strap. It's got an extra strap. I can make this longer. I can make it a longer strap. I can have a short strap or a long strap. And I know some of you ladies are laughing at me because there's real terms for that. Okay, but this is the guy perspective, but you get my point. You get my point. So how much would this purse sell for in your store? Go ahead and toss me a couple prices up there so that I know how much I can sell this purse for. Catherine in Pennsylvania is going to sell it for $90. $90 in Pennsylvania for both pieces. $90. $65 with the wallet in Kentucky. $55 in Naples, Florida. Okay. $55 in Naples, Florida, $65 in Kentucky, and $90 in Pennsylvania. But I can sell the purse for $85 in New Mexico and get an additional $28 for the wallet. In Illinois, I can get $69 for the purse and $20 for the wallet. $20 for the wallet. Wow. That's great. I like this pricing. I like this pricing. This is good stuff. I'm not going to sell it in Naples, I don't think. I love my Naples people, but this is the wrong purse for them. Although I have a, let's call it a Brahmin in store that may need to go to Naples. But that's a separate conversation. That's just like sort of a pin in somebody's memory bank. Okay, how about this Izod men's polo shirt? A nice blue. You guys like me in the blue. How about this for your men's department? Nice Izod comfort fitting polo shirt in baby blue. How much for this shirt? How much are you going to sell this shirt for? Give me some prices there. How much is this nice Izod shirt in first quality condition? First quality, $7.99 in Illinois, $24 in Kentucky. $24 in Kentucky. Whoa. $24 in Kentucky. I like that price. $7.99 in Illinois. I need to come to Illinois to buy some shirts. Anybody else got a price on that? Nobody else wants to take a nice Izod shirt. I love you, Lindsay. I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't move to Illinois. Don't move to the Illinois prices. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, it's treat time. I'm telling you. All right, so we've got $7.99 to $24 on the Izod shirt. And on my Coach purse, I've got $55 to $89 plus another $30 basically for the purse and wallet, and $7.99 to $25 for my Izod shirt. Okay. So what does that tell us? Who's right and who's wrong? Who's right and who's wrong? You're all right. You're all right. Because pricing is local. You price things. You price things for what they will sell at in your local market. Because that is where they have the best chance of selling. Even if you are selling online, even if you are shipping across the country, even if you have a large national audience, you price things for your market and what is happening in your stores. That is where it all starts. You start with pricing for your local market. You don't price, okay, Kitty is not going to price this shirt, which she knows with all her years of experience will only sell for $7.99 in Illinois, because they don't know the quality in Rochester, Illinois, the state, of this high quality Izod shirt, okay, that I might wear, okay, in this blue, okay. They don't understand it. It's just another polo. It might as well have come from Walmart in Rochester, Illinois. Okay, but in Kentucky, where Lindsay is, they know the value of an Izod shirt. They say a like new Izod shirt. A like new Izod shirt. You can't even see where I spilled sauce on this. You can't even see that. Well, I'll give you that men don't shop. Okay, I'll give you that men don't shop. That I am one of those men that don't shop. And men don't buy in volume, and I hope my wife uses a coupon when she bought this. Okay, I'll give you all of that. But pricing is different in different parts of the country and in different cities within the same state. Okay, if we were just staying in Illinois, for example, where we have, I love some of our regular audience in Illinois. Okay, you have Kitty in the southern part of the state. You have Marianne from Best Friends Consignment, who is a regular watcher of the replays. Okay, who lives in the middle of the state, and you have Julie Jankowitz, who's in the northern. Her store. Repeat Street is in the northern part of the state. So you have Repeat Street, Best Friends, Remarkable Resale, and you have them tiered throughout the state in 3 different distinct markets throughout the state of Illinois. These 2 items would sell for entirely different prices in each of their markets. And we have so many other viewers that tune in, that watch this. And I know the Illinois, I've driven so much in Illinois. I've visited so many stores in Illinois. I think of Tracy Hassett in Fairbury, and the different stores that are in Illinois, that you need to be aware of these differences in areas. I mean, the king of segmenting. Kelly, you're exactly right. Santa Fe is big bucks and will pay more for things, and Albuquerque, in your example, will pay less. And that is true in areas throughout the country. Okay, and regionalization in pricing, okay, or localization, or hyper-localization, as it is called, it is very, very real. Okay. If you want to know how real it is, go to the supermarket in your town for the same brand. It doesn't matter what supermarket chain it is, your local supermarket, your Kroger, your Publix, and then go into the one town over and buy the same 5 items. Okay, and you will find different pricing. Okay, because they can get a little bit more for this and a little bit less for that in the other town. They are super designed around regionalization and pricing. You don't have to be that hyper-focused, but you do need to know your market. Okay? Jennifer in Naples, okay, knows that she's not really a coach market. Okay? Naples is not a big coach market. So getting $55 for a coach purse in Naples is getting a lot of money. Okay, but Jennifer can get, if I had a Louis Vuitton here on my shoulder, okay, instead of a Coach purse, okay, Jennifer would be able to get more that for that Louis Vuitton than some of you would, than some of the people that could get more for the Coach would. Okay, it is that type of localization. Okay, you have to know your market. You have to know what your buyer is willing to accept. Okay, I talk about it all the time. Okay, Leominster, Massachusetts, where my stores are. Okay, it high end for a purse is Vera Bradley. High end for a purse is Vera Bradley. Like up until a couple years ago, until we had the NARTS conference here, we didn't even carry Coach in the store because I didn't want to deal. My people weren't properly trained to authenticate and understand the differences in even the basic low end of per se designer items, Coach and Kate Spade and Dooney and things like that. My people weren't trained, so we just avoided it altogether, and we weren't really missing anything because, again, Vera Bradley is high end for Leominster. And so it is knowing your market, okay? And now that we do Coach and things in our store, we're bringing that up a little bit. But, we have other things in our market like and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, the Brahmin purse. Like, I was looking at that the other day in the case, and, that's just sitting there. That is just sitting there in our store. And in other stores that would already be gone. So it's a nice Brahmin, in Leominster, Massachusetts. They're like, bra what? I wear a bra, that isn't I don't know what a Brahmin purse is. And that's okay, okay? It is key to understanding your market and understanding what you have, okay, and what your customer will pay. And so this lesson tonight, where we talk about the pricing of these just two very basic items, okay, most of you at the end of the day, okay, would consider this Izod shirt, okay, and this Coach, I should have grabbed an Under Armour shirt. That might have gotten more people to bid on it. Okay, and this Coach purse, very basic items. But you take those very basic items, and across the country, we have huge variances in prices. But Jennifer, even though she has a good online presence in Naples, okay, has a very good online presence, can't get more than $55 quickly for that purse. And that's the important part, is how fast will it sell? Okay, yes, some people can get 90 for the purse plus another 30 for the wallet, and that's great if they can get that quickly, okay? You don't want to have to dust your inventory. You don't want to have to clean your inventory. You don't want to have to move it. So you want to keep things moving. And for Jennifer, that would sit there in her store and collect dust if it was priced more than $55 in Naples, Florida. So that's the price to get it sold. You price it to move, but not to give it away. And that's an important point, okay? And things wherever you are should be priced to move, okay? Because you want your inventory to turn. What people are coming to your store for is the adventure of what is new. We're going to come to that, Carrie. That's a great question about how you compete online with those items, okay? You don't try to price for the highest market. It is the short version of that. The short version is you price for your market, where it is going to get the most local views. With the exception, there's an exception to that. And I will cover that this week. I will cover that exception this week. It is all about sell-through rate. It is about your landlord. I don't know all of your landlords. I know several of your landlords. But I am betting, okay, that if this purse is still on the shelf in Naples, Florida, I've met Jennifer's landlord, okay? If this purse is still on the shelf in Jennifer's store because she prices it at $90 when her market will only handle $55, if she prices this at $90, it's going to sit there. And her landlord, who's a very nice guy, a shrewd businessman, but a nice guy, she goes to him and says, well, all these items in my store, about 40% of my inventory didn't sell last month. So I'm going to deduct that off my rent because I shouldn't have to pay rent on the same item twice. I shouldn't have to pay rent on this. I already paid rent on this item. I'm not going to pay rent on this item again next month. I mean, if I had a different item in that spot, I'd pay rent on that, but I'm not going to pay rent on this. If Jennifer sent that to her landlord, he would laugh. I mean, he would laugh right in her face. Okay, and I'm saying it here with a straight face. But you have to keep all your stuff moving. You win with rent, okay, if you only pay rent on this once. If you have 5 purses in the places of this during the month, you win, not the landlord. I've talked about one of my landlords, Paul DiGeronimo, many times. Okay, he's a great guy. I mean, we can go out and have a cocktail and everything. I mean, he's a great guy, but he does not give me a discount on my rent if the item is still there next month, even as great a guy as he is. You want to watch item. You want to be aware, Kitty. Your question is very good. You want to be aware of sell-through. Okay, so if your coach purses, so if you take a category, you start at the highest level. Okay, you do not start at the lowest level. You do not start at coach, like you guys would call this a specific type of purse. And I know I'm not calling it the right thing. It's just a purse to me. Okay, so at the smallest level, it wouldn't be the specific that this is a Coach gray satchel bag. Okay, the specific would be that it is a over-the-shoulder bag or whatever that's called. Excuse me for my lack of purse knowledge. But you'd start at purses, okay? For sell-through, you would start at purses, okay? You would start at the sell-through of my purses. I have a 30-day supply of purses, or I have a 40-day supply of purses. Then you would break it down by manufacturer. So I have a 10-day supply of Coach purses, okay, but I have a 40-day supply of Vera Bradley purses because in Rochester, Illinois, I can't give away Vera Bradley purses. I know Vera Bradley wouldn't even be seen in Naples, okay? It's bad enough when I show up with my Izod shirt in Naples, okay? I mean, I know I am bringing down the whole town when I show up in my Izod shirt. At least I'm wearing an Under Armour one. I think that gets me a tiny bit up. But you start at the top level of what your sell-through is and of your categories, and work down from there. Don't try to get too much into the weeds. You got to keep in mind that many of you have never looked at your data or your inventory in this way. So trying to get too much into the weeds gets confusing. So I want to keep it at a high level. Right. I mean, Jennifer says she sells Vera Bradley in Naples, but not for much. In Indiana, you can sell Vera Bradley, or in Leominster, Massachusetts, you can sell Vera Bradley. I could swap my Brahmin for all of Jennifer's Vera Bradley, and we would do better. We would both do better. If Jennifer has 10 Vera Bradleys in the store right now, I could send my one Brahmin, and I don't even know what a Brahmin is, okay, to Jennifer, and I know she would do better with it, and I would do better with her 10 Vera Bradleys, okay, because that is who our customers are. Your customers, regardless of your online presence, are all local. I love that you're getting more with the but your market, Kitty, in Rochester, Illinois, I've been to your store, I've been to Jennifer's store, is completely different. Okay, completely different than one another. You know, I think of walking into the Starbucks by Jennifer's store and walking into the Subway by your store. Completely different market. Both great stores, both doing wonderful, okay, and selling lots of stuff, but completely different markets. And that is what is the key understanding that I want you to understand tonight is that your markets are different. So Kitty trying to get, or me trying to get, okay, you know, Jennifer trying to get more than $55 for this in Naples would be a fool's errand, okay? And in Pennsylvania or in New Mexico, okay, if you priced it at $55, you'd be giving it away, okay? So it is there is a difference in market, and your market is all local. And that's what I want you to walk away from tonight with, okay, is knowing that your market is local. Not worrying about what Jennifer's going to sell something for in Naples, not worrying what Kitty's going to sell something for in Rochester, Illinois, and not worrying what Kelly's going to sell something for in New Mexico. Okay, because the same item in these different parts of the country is going to sell completely differently. And that's what I want you to walk away from tonight. That's what I want you to understand. And I think you guys got it. That's going to let us step into the next lesson tomorrow night. That's going to let us step into the next thing tomorrow night. So this was a great discussion. This was a great discussion on pricing. And I'm glad that you all were here to walk through that with me live. So I greatly appreciate that. And I know that those watching the replay of this will get so much out of it. And the localization, okay? Localization matters. So knowing your market, okay? And selling it quick. So what does selling it quick mean? I just want to define that. I'm going to define it, and then I'm going to leave it out there for you. And we're going to talk more about it tomorrow. My definition of selling it quick is I want it sold in 30 to 45 days. I don't want to pay more than 1 month's rent on it. There's certain items that I will, and I'll define that more tomorrow night. So in general, I want everything sold every month. I want the majority of inventory sold. And we'll cover that more tomorrow, what I mean by that, and what I mean by the 30 to 45 day rule. So we'll cover that tomorrow. Need to cover just a tiny bit of government stuff here today, but it's important. 2 things. One, on the targeted EIDL advance and targeted and supplemental EIDL advance. My friends at the SBA, my contacts at the SBA have told me they are doing everything once you are invited, okay? And they haven't opened the all access portal yet, but once you are invited to that, and once you submit the information that they request, they're talking about a 21-day turnaround on that. So just be aware of that. That is the target on both of those for the supplemental and the targeted EIDL advance. It is going to open to all later this month, but it is not open to all yet. It's only open by invite right now, but that is their target, is to have money in your account in 21 days. Second, for our friends tuning in the restaurant industry, or for those of you with friends in the restaurant industry, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund was set a major court setback today, depending on your frame of mind. The Small Business Administration was sued, okay, that their methodology for allocating the Restaurant Revitalization Grant was wrong. And the court agreed with the people that sued them. Okay, they sued under the basis that it was biased. And the initial outlay from the Restaurant Revitalization Fund was reserved for veterans, women, minorities, and such. Okay, is what that, and they won their lawsuit. The really bad part of this, okay, is that people that got notices, okay, that they have been awarded a restaurant revitalization grant, okay, but had not received the money yet, which is the majority of people under the restaurant revitalization. They've only given out a tiny portion of the money. But a lot of people have gotten award letters that you would be receiving $10,000, $100,000, $50,000, whatever. Pick the amount. Okay. And they are now going to be receiving letters from the SBA saying that their award is on hold, that they will not be receiving their award. And that is a freaking shame. Okay, I mean, it is. You can have the whole. I'm happy to have the discussion of whether there should have been priority categories for women and veterans and people of color and such, and whether that's discriminatory. That's a good discussion. People should be having those discussions. But to get an award letter and then be told we can't fund this because we lost a lawsuit is just awful. They're likely, from what the information I am getting, to have to restart the whole restaurant revitalization grant process. It is absolutely heart-wrenching. And the discussions about disparity and discrimination of these groups in the past is tough. And I'll tell you, I've been involved in a lot of these discussions in general in the last few weeks. In the abstract, I have been invited into discussions. I got to tell you, these discussions push you into the uncomfortable zone. And, you know, as an old white guy, it pushes you into the uncomfortable zone. But that's really a good thing. Because some of these discussions about business, I said, well, you know, some of these are challenges every business faces. And because we've been having real discussions in a group, and with Congressional Black Caucus members and others in Congress and other business leaders. And, you know, I'm like, well, some of this, we all face these business issues and starting a business or making a business run or go. These aren't just a woman's issue or a veteran's issue or a person of color's issue or a minority's issue. And then you get into it, and as you dig deeper into these, you say, well, you know, it was hard enough as a white guy doing this. And, you know, it was even harder when Cassandra started this business, okay, as a woman starting this business. It was hard. And could you imagine if she were a minority of any kind, besides being a woman, how much harder that would have been? And when you start looking at these things objectively and you start entering yourself into these discussions, you can understand how real and hard these are. So this is just wrong. I understand the premise of the lawsuit, but it's wrong. If award letters were already given, give these people the money. There is a push in Congress to also add another $60 billion to this. But, you know, quite honestly, folks, we're almost at the July 4th recess, so we might as well, we're basically at Labor Day right now. I'm not holding out a lot of hope. You got to remember, even last year when I was working so hard on the second PPP and trying to get a second PPP passed, it took us all the way to December 27th to get that to happen. And we really needed it to happen by July 4th. So I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I wanted to make you aware of it. And I'll keep you updated on it because I know a lot of you, we have helped a lot of restaurants in this, throughout this. This industry, this association, this community has helped a lot of restaurants through this. And so we have a lot of people tune in, and of all sorts of different industries. And so I did want to make you aware of that. And we will continue fighting for them and for others. So I will keep you posted on it. And you know what? This video and everything I talk about, goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. This video, all the files, all the links, all the resources goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day, including a direct link to the YouTube channel You're Not Alone Running This Store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you can ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. Yes, you will. You can also share narts.org/resale strong with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're going to help everybody get across the finish line. I am here every night at more 8th Ish in the Narts private Facebook group and broadcasting on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program, I'm talking to you, Dazzle. You were not here at the top of the program. We're on page 188 tonight. Good morning. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Repeat. Our good night tonight is good night. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8th Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. I'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. It's time for dessert. Have a great night. Happy Flag Day.